What is going on, guys? Lottery Talks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we have a ton of stuff to talk about, so make sure to stay till the end of the video so you don't have to watch another update video here on YouTube. Without further ado, please hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. They're both free. Let's get into it. AMC Entertainment acquires a 9.1% stake in National Sin Media Group, and we saw this stock, NCMI, run over 100% on this news, currently up 75% as I'm making this video. And a while back, AMC actually had some of these shares in NCMI for free. They eventually sold those, and now they took another stake in NCMI. You can see that the chart is pretty interesting because this is the exact same way AMC is playing out alone. You had this gap down, the sideways trading, and the gap up, which is exactly where AMC is trading at right now. Now, I actually think NCMI is going to trail down to 20 cents before getting another bounce. So if it does come down here, I might actually take a stake in NCMI as a buying opportunity just temporarily to get in and out really quick. Now, I want to touch on AMC's chart and the news that we have for you, but real quick before we get into the video, make sure to get up to 17 free stocks for just signing up using my link. Download Moomoo and make a deposit. Also, guys, join the Discord. The link is under the video as well. AMC is currently trading at $5.33, up 1.72% on the day. Now, we've been tracking these cycles. We were a little bit off. Apparently, we did a flash crash down and found this low, supposedly, right, based off of the cycles. But I actually wanted to point something out to you. The green box that AMC is trading in, we just broke out of it. And this is the part of the cycle that played out many, many times. And I actually think we are sitting right here on AMC's chart, and AMC over the next couple of days has a chance to take a mini rip. You actually saw the options chain, the IV getting crushed, and they might let AMC pop a little bit. I would be watching for that $6 level for AMC, but again, this is all going to get affected by CPI data coming out tomorrow, which we are going to touch on in a minute. I think AMC does have a chance to have a 1 to 2 day rip, but again, temporarily. And the reason I say that is because if you take a look at every single time these cycles played, right, the parallel channel right here, this is the main cycle we pay attention to where AMC usually peaks. This wasn't supposed to happen. We broke out and they halted us way up there around $30. We got smacked back down and we played out this same exact cycle, the gap down, the gap up before selling off even further. Now in this parallel channel, every single time for the next setup, these shorts drop the price, which is what you're seeing right now. An ascending parallel channel, which essentially just looks like a bull trap. I think after scaling up a little bit, AMC may or may not start to head down for a new relative low, but you guys let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. And again, that is just before the meeting and May 5th earnings, so this may all not come about. I am just basing this off of these cycles. Of course, the catalyst can change what happens from here. Now, another glitch is happening as the outstanding shares for AMC is being reported at 1.5 billion, as well as APE at 1.5 billion, which totals about 3 billion shares. Now, this could be another glitch, but apparently other sources are reporting even higher, all the way up to 18 billion shares of free flow. Is this a sign of synthetic shares? And do you think Adam Aron is right by still saying he sees no signals of synthetic shares anywhere in the market? Now, TD Ameritrade also reported AMC market cap at 7.7 billion. Whether they're adding up AMC and APE, this still seems like they were rounding up, which either puts AMC's price higher or adds more shares to the float. Touching on that, in just Q1 so far, AMC has traded 32 million short exempts, right in that range. And if this doesn't point out that something is really, really fucked up to Adam Aron or to FINRA or the SEC, then I have no idea what will. A little bit later in the video, we're going to talk about Ken Griffin actually getting sued in a new lawsuit. But real quick, GameStop is trading at $22.80, up 1.92% on the day. We broke out of this flag and we're basing off of it right now. If we look at the cycle that we were tracking, this does show that you would scale up a little bit, which leads me to think GameStop is going to come up, test this trend line right around $23.60 before trailing back down and slowly getting pressed to the downside, leading into AMC earnings. Now, this is interesting because the cycle would come down and reach a low right around May 4th, May 5th, which would mean that on AMC earnings on May 5th, GameStop and AMC may have a sympathy pop together, depending on how the earnings comes out. We know that Super Mario Bros. Basically just crushed records, so this is going to be an exciting earnings. I still think this gap fill down to $18.30 is on the table. Now, before we get into the SPY, Bitcoin holding 30,000. Everyone is talking about how Bitcoin is holding this level right around 30,000. And yeah, Bitcoin is pumping. Usually when Bitcoin is pumping, you see more money getting pumped back into equities like the S&P 500. I kind of use this as a signal. This is a strong thing to see coming up to CPI. This shows that we might get positive news tomorrow and the SPY might pump even further. I would like to see Bitcoin break over 33,000 before anything major happens with Bitcoin, and then we will go on from there for the resistance levels. But again, if you are buying in Bitcoin, be very, very careful, as if you were to draw a trend line from a relative peak around April of 2021 to now, we should be seeing a rejection very, very soon on Bitcoin. And you basically have this sell-off all the way down to about 20,000 that Bitcoin could eventually scale down to. And I think definitely CPI will affect it tomorrow. Touching on the S&P 500, we're trading at 409.53, basically sideways on the day. We're getting a little bit of a hammer candle here. Not much volume at all. I think everyone is waiting for tomorrow for that volume to kick in. And you're probably going to see ticker symbol VIX, or the VIX, which measures the volatility in the overall market, start to scale up tonight into tomorrow, or tomorrow into the next day, due to CPI data coming out. I can't really base what the SPY is going to do off CPI because I don't necessarily know the data that is going to come out, but I was watching a retracement back down to about 404, which would retest this trend line for the S&P 500, or right in that zone. Right now, if the SPY does want to bounce CPI day, I'm just watching for that break over 420 or a rejection at 420. That is a major level I want to watch for the S&P 500. Now, here are the estimates for tomorrow. Barclays, Bloomberg, HSBC, Morgan Stanley, TD Securities, UBS, Wells Fargo, Goldman Sachs, Gavin Capital, Nomura, all bet 5.1% for CPI. CIBC, Citi, JP Morgan, all bet 5.2, BMO, Bank of America, 5.3, and Visa 5.4, bringing the median at 5.1%. You guys let me know your estimates in the comments down below. Finally, Ken Griffin has just gotten sued. He's facing a lawsuit from artwork insurers who claim that he had failed to respond to a subpoena. The insurers, which include Lloyd's of London, Great Lakes SE, Swiss Re, and AIG, are seeking information from Griffin regarding a fire at Ron Perelman's home, which allegedly led to the destruction of multiple valuable paintings. This was filed in Miami-Dade Circuit Court on April 5th. Here's the case number in case you guys do want to look into it. But again, Ken Griffin is being sued for the alleged destruction of multiple valuable paintings. Also, Robinhood is being sued in a class action lawsuit for basically the January of 2021 events that involved GameStop, AMC, Bed Bath & Beyond, BlackBerry, and American Airlines. Basically, if you held options on Robinhood when they took the buy button away, you might be able to make a little bit of money out of this lawsuit. Goldman Sachs to pay over $15 million in penalties for violating trading rules over a dozen times, and the Bank of Switzerland just approved a $118 billion government guarantee for UBS to take over Credit Suisse, and Bank of America warns that U.S. economy is on the verge of contracting in Q2, consumer debt is at $16.9 trillion, commercial real estate vacancies at record high, and banks are collapsing, but Biden and Yellen basically continue to tell us that everything is perfectly fine. Close out the video, U.S. banks also lost money for mortgages they financed last year for the first time in history, or at least the first time since 2008. Overall, guys, this is what I got for you for today's video. Hopefully you enjoyed watching or found value out of the video. Make sure to join the Discord and get your free stocks for signing up and making a deposit. Also, guys, if you want to, check out the merch, become a member of the channel, so on and so forth, all that good stuff. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.